French tickler Fezzik.
Welcome back. Pregame.tv, Scott Spreiter, Steve Fezzik, the A and B team, breaking it all down. We're going to go college football. Big Ten, it's a travesty. Iowa against Iowa State, one-way rivalry. This is Scott Spreiter's neck of the woods, his old stomping grounds. Scott, take it away.
Do I still get to claim that? It's been 30 years since
yes.
I still get to claim it? All right, cool.
As long as you keep telling me the glory days stories
there you go.
that are awesome, you get to claim it.
I'm going to still call it the Big 8, but it is the Big 12. The Iowa State Cyclones, of course, taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes in this particular matchup, and Iowa's normally the favorite in this one, and they are again, but we've seen that number coming down. What was it, as high as 13 early on last Sunday night when the lines came out. And we jumped on this early. In fact, we posted it at pregame quite early Monday, Tuesday morning, and we saw that line just start to come down, and I agree with the move. I think it should have come down from where it was. When I watch what happened with the Iowa Hawkeyes the first 2 games of the season, I do a show actually in Des Moines every Friday morning, and I was talking about before Game 1 against Northern Iowa, and that same Saturday, Iowa State was hosting North Dakota State. I was saying, here's the thing. Iowa State is probably going to lose to North Dakota State. The FCS, that top 10 in the FCS, very competitive, and North Dakota State is in a league all by themselves in the FCS. So they lose that game. They jump out early, they lose 34-14. As far as the Iowa Hawkeyes, I was saying, I really think Iowa fans should be happy if they beat Northern Iowa by 2 touchdowns, by 14 points. And I was getting a lot of feedback of how could they be happy with a 14-point win over Northern Iowa. First of all, the Panthers aren't a bad football team. It is their game of the year, so to speak. And they almost beat the Iowa Hawkeyes. Iowa ends up winning 31-23. But what I noticed the most from that game, and it wasn't just me watching, the announcers were talking about this late fourth quarter. Jake Rudock, the quarterback for Iowa, every single time that he audibled at the line of scrimmage, the entire game, not 8 out of 9, not 8 out of 10, every single time Jake Rudock would audible to a running play. And many of those times he audibled into a play that ran right into the heart of the Northern Iowa defense. And the funny thing is, when you look at teams audibling the quarterback, a lot of times it is just a 2-yard gain. What you're doing is you're going to audible out of a play that would have cost you 10. That wasn't the case in this one. Right at the heart of the defense, bad pre-snap reads. And I think it's a situation where, again, we saw against Ball State. It was a poor preparation by the offense. They weren't ready to go. They ended up throwing the ball over 50 times. Iowa Hawkeyes throwing the ball over 50 times. Yeah, they're down a little bit as far as public perception, but I'm going to tell you in a second why I think it should be down a little bit.
When you make this official, and this is your neck of the woods, so I'm going to let you take it away, but my 2 cents on it is just a one-way rivalry. Big game for Iowa State every year, not so much for Iowa. If you can comment on that, and then go ahead and make it.
The fact that I was always – oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Finished? Oh, okay. Yeah. The fact that I'm always looking, or we're always looking at the Iowa Hawkeyes as being a favorite over the Iowa State Cyclones. It's one of those things where you hear coaches and fans talk about rivalries. Well, as soon as the other team wins half the meetings over the next 10 years, we'll go ahead and call this a rivalry. Iowa State has upset them a couple of times. I think they got a shot to do it again here. I'll make it official.
Let's do it.
All right. I like the speed of the Iowa State Cyclones this year. You can throw away that loss to North Dakota State. North Dakota State is an excellent football team, just like Eastern Washington out of the FCS. They know how to beat these kind of teams. The Iowa Hawkeyes are cumbersome. They're looking a little bit slow on the offensive side of the football. And I think Iowa State, despite some injuries early season and before the season began, can keep up with this Iowa Hawkeye team and make it a game. If they can force Jake Rudock into having to change plays at the line of scrimmage, something he has not excelled at the first 2 games, they got a good shot at winning this game outright. Now, obviously, you're no longer getting that juicy point spread, but I still think Iowa State's the right side. So for the videos, and this will be a premium play here at pregame this week, but I'm going to go with Iowa State plus the points.
Sounds good. And I think this is one of those type of games where literally almost every year we used to say that about the Michigan Notre Dame. It didn't work this particular year. Bet the dog. This is one where you just bet Iowa State, and you're probably going to cash 6.
I think so. Yeah, especially this kind of a point spread, near or at double digits, depending on when you got it.
Absolutely. So, well, going ahead and taking a look at an attractive dog here. If you stay with us at pregame.tv, I'm going to come up with a much uglier dog that I'm going to recommend here for a free play. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'll go ahead and caveat. We're going to talk about our local Rebels. Stay with us, pregame.tv.